Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about Goosebumps, Be Careful What You Wish For. Now, this one's not scary or spooky, it's just fun. And it's a little eerie and stuff when you see that the aspect of making wishes can backfire. And so the aspect and the thought of that can be a little spooky, a little scary. Anyway, this entails a young girl by the name of Samantha Bird. By the way, the actress who plays her played the nuclear mom in the first season of Titans. She's all grown up. And I knew she would grow up to be tall, because like you could tell when you look at her in Goosebumps and stuff. So anyway, Samantha Bird. She's a tall girl on the basketball team, and she's very, very, very clumsy. Not very good at all. And the star player Judith does not like her at all, and she makes all the other players not like her. And so, because of that, she constantly gets ridiculed, she constantly gets made fun of, and everything, mainly by Judith, and has the entire school making fun of her. Samantha really only has one friend, and that's all it is. And so one day when she's walking home from school, or was it when she was what is it? No, I think when she was at school, she finds something. She finds like a little crystal amulet type thing. But anyway, she's walking home from school and she meets like this older lady. And this older lady's a little kooky and weird. And it has like a bird thing. She's dressed all in black around like the collar area of the trench coat, or the coat is like feathers and everything. And she has like a hat with feathers, and she just has like a strange bird like appearance. And she's very kooky. And she asks for help to get back to some place because she's lost. And so like she sees like the crystal that amulet that Samantha has, and like, oh, that's mine. She's like, oh, well, I'll return it to you. And then so she asks for like help, to get to this one location. Samantha really doesn't want to do it because she doesn't know this lady, and you're not supposed to like talk to strangers and stuff, So anyway, she helps the lady out in a way for the kindness of her heart, and then as a favor, the lady's all, let me repay you. So she gives her back the amulet. She's all like, wasn't this yours? But she's like, I need to like repay you somehow. And so like she tells the woman, oh, no, wait. The lady's named Clarissa, and Clarissa tells Samantha that, she'll grant her 3 wishes. Well, of course, Samantha thinks it's like phooey and everything. No such thing as wishes. But she's like, oh, what the heck? I wish to be like the best player on like the team. And so Clarissa grants it. And on the next day, when they have a game against another school, Samantha is technically the best player on the team, even though she's not really making any goals and stuff. But she's a whole lot better than the rest of the team members. Why? Because the other team members now suck, even the star player. And so the other school wins. And so after the game, Clarissa appears out of nowhere, and like Samantha's all like, your wish, like it made me the best player, but that's only because everybody else sucked. See, Clarissa, when she does her wishes, they always backfire. She gives her what people want, but not the way they intended, Now in the book it's different. In the book, when she has to be the best player, it's because the other teammates got sick. And so, like, what is it? Something else happens. She, oh, what is it? So anyway, the girl, Samantha goes, like, she's still in school and everything. And so, like, Clarissa told her, be very careful with your wishes. And so at this point, Samantha's really like just irritated with Clarissa. She doesn't want nothing to do with her. And so as she's at school, Judith is being mean to her, which causes everybody else to laugh at her. And she said, I just wish everybody would buzz off. And then all of a sudden, everybody disappeared. And they turn into flies. And of course, what are they doing? They're buzzing off. Samantha is free. She runs out. She runs um, outside, trying to run back home to see if her parents are okay. And not only that, but everybody in town has been turned into flies. I gotta say, they did a really good job on the whole her being freaked out, running outside, the slow motion, everybody disappeared. It looks like a ghost town. And they really did a good job on that. So she gets back home and she sees like even her parents have turned to flies. And then we see Clarissa at her house, and picks up the fly. She's about to eat it. I'm like, what the world? And then Samantha makes her stop. That's like she said that's out of her mom or her dad. And then so they argue some more about like the wishes and stuff, and Clarissa tells her, oh you gotta be like more careful on everything. And then so And then so she thinks about like what she wants, but Clarissa tells her, be careful. So the whole day passes and it's nighttime and she's in the dark and she's meditating about what she wants to wish for. When she turns the lights on, Clarissa wakes up. I gotta say, it's pretty creepy. Having an adult in your house and you don't know this person and the granting you wishes of all things. So then she tells her she wants to reverse her last wish and also have Judith think she's like the most awesome person in the world. Well, be careful what you wish for because the very next day, Judith is constantly hanging around and bugging Samantha. She wears her hair like her in pigtails. She makes like a shrine for her in her locker. She's just like obsessed with her. She's constantly calling her, constantly following her around. She shows up at her place at night when she's like asleep. And this is really pissing off Samantha. Samantha just can't stand it. So then the next day, when Samantha trying to walk to school, here comes Judith. And she's just irritated. But of course, here comes Clarissa flocking in with the bird noises and stuff. And so of course she's upset about her last wish, and then so she hurts Clarissa's feelings, talking about how she wishes she never met her, and that really does hurt her feelings. For some reason, she really likes Samantha Bird, and so she tells her straight up she will erase all her wishes and give her her last wish and give her one last wish, and then so Samantha wishes that Judah found the little crystal amulet thing instead of her. And so so that's what happens and everything. So Judith makes a wish and she wishes to be like adored by everybody constantly. Before Clarissa grants that wish, she turns to Samantha and gives her a wink. You know something bad's about to happen. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of people gathering around the statue. And it's a statue of Judith. Judith has now turned into the statue. And oddly enough, Samantha's like, yes! And everything. Because now she knows she doesn't have to be bothered by Judith anymore. I gotta say, that was a dark ending for Goosebumps. And Goosebumps normally doesn't end on a dark ending. And for the protagonist to be like all happy that the antagonist is like forever stone is creepy. Now the book is different, like I said, with the whole basketball thing, but it's also different in other ways. Samantha has a brother named Ron, and she has a dad and she has a doll. They don't show up. The dad is mentioned, but he never shows up. Only the mom shows up. Also, Clarissa is very shy and calm in the book, and in the show she's very skittish and jumpy and kooky and stuff. Another major difference is that Samantha's second wish was to have Judith disappear, which for some reason in the book causes everybody in the world to disappear, but of course in the show they turn into flies. Also, the ending, Judith's wish wasn't to be adored by everybody. It was for Samantha to fly away. So Clarissa turns Samantha into a real bird and she flies away and she's happy living her life as a bird. Also, instead of a crystal amulet, it's a crystal ball. I gotta say, I like the changes in the show a whole lot more than what was in the book. The whole Samantha turning into a bird and being happy being a bird was just kind of weird. I like the whole everybody turning into flies. I like how it's an amulet instead of a crystal ball. Like R.L. Stein does some good work, but it's just it was just a little too fantasy for me when it comes to the book. That wasn't that spooky. All right, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.